Hello, dear friends. We will talk some more today. Friends, just some days back, the whole world celebrated Women's Day. Today, I will be wanting to talk a little bit about that, and I will be talking about some of my own experiences. When I was in Allahabad in the university, I was 18 years old, and suddenly I felt that I wanted a lot of independence, a lot of freedom. I wanted no restrictions from my family. I could go out for evening movies or visit friends, but my parents were quite strict and there were lots of limitations. And the most important one was that we could not stay out after it was dark. So it went on till I finished my MA and I got a job in Delhi in a college, and I also got a room in the YWCA Working Girls Hostel. So I felt so liberated that now I will be enjoying my freedom, and I moved to Delhi. It is so strange, friends, that in a week's time I realized that it was not easy to take care of myself. I was very frightened about my safety and security. I used to be home in the hostel much before it was dark. I did not want to take any risk anywhere. There was a shortcut from our hostel to Connaught Place, but it had a deserted patch, and I never went there alone at any time of the day. So it just shows that when we have people, parents, taking care of us and our safety and security, we always resent it. However, when the responsibility comes on our own shoulders, it is very tough for girls, young ladies, to be safe and secure. Friends, in the hostel, there was a lady living next to me in the next room, and she was very young and pretty, and she was the secretary in some company, and she used to accompany her boss on various trips and sometimes even go to overseas trips. And I became friends with her. My room was a very simple room. On my table you could only find some books, but in her room you would find expensive perfumes and cosmetics and even a stereo music system. So I was very impressed, and one day I told her, I said, I wish I had a job like yours. It didn't take her more than a moment to retort and say, no, Alka, you're very fortunate. At that time, possibly I didn't understand. It took me some time to understand what exactly she meant. And so, friends, years later, I was in Mumbai. I had 3 school-going children, and I had been working in a college as a full-time lecturer here also. And I was pretty senior, and I was taking care of a lot of activities of the college. And at that time, our principal retired, and a new principal came in his place. In a few weeks, what happened was that the new principal used to call me to the principal's room and make me sit in front on out the other side of the table and keep on doing his work. Anytime I had a free period and I went to the staff room, the peon would come and say, sir is calling you. So I used to go to the room was diagonally opposite the staff room. So I used to go to the principal's room thinking he must be wanting to discuss something. But all he wanted was that I should sit across the table for that one period, and he would offer me a cup of coffee and he would continue doing his work. And once in a while when I said, sir, he said, just wait. So I waited, and when the bell rang and my new class started, I just left and went for my new class. Friends, this went on for quite some time, and very truly, I did not think there was anything very wrong with this. However, after a month or two, I realized that when I came to the staff room in my free period and the peon came to call me, The rest of the staff members, they started looking down and they started giggling and smiling, and I noticed it and I said, why? What is this happening? It made me think, friends, and I realized that possibly they think that I'm quite enjoying this privilege of being favored by the principal, as they must be thinking, which was not the case. And I just did not want to continue in that job anymore. And friends, I resigned from my job because I did not want any stain on my character. Now, actually, the principal had really not misbehaved as such, but this kind of things can happen anywhere, with anyone. And when we talk about Women's Day, friends, I think of small things and I say, we women are putting up with so much of nonsense all the time, everywhere, at home, in society, in offices, in the buses that we use to transport, to go from one place to the other. Everywhere people misbehave. I just don't know how the women community will handle this, but we have to do it. Thank you very much.